Tier list season is back on my channel. It's been like 2 months since the last one. I've not done one of these since Bundesliga Team of the Season. With the Euros, Path to Glory, all these greats of the game cards coming out, there's so many with such little time to kind of get them in packs, do SBCs. I kind of wanted to give my opinion on all of them in one video. So no better way to do that than bring back this beautiful looking tier list. But before I dive into it, I want to set a like goal. I've got a feeling now. I've got a feeling we could do it. Well, we've done 100 likes in an hour. Let's do 100 likes in 2 hours. First 2 hours of this video, I want to refresh. I want to see a big 100 likes. Stare me down. I know you can do it. So if you do enjoy this kind of content and you want to see more tier lists, smash that like button down below. And let's get stuck in. For cheap and fast FC24 Ultimate Team coins, head over to MMOEXP.com, link down below, and make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to get yourself 5% off. Now, I've not included the objective cards because at this stage, we're nowhere near unlocking them. I think the highest you can get is like level 10, I believe. That's if you've got like a super high FUT Champs finish, elite rivals, all this and that. So very hard to be there already. So I just included all the cards in packs and the SBCs that have come out as of Wednesday morning. So we've got Enzo Fernandez to come. Apparently that's leaked. So he's not on here. But we do have Big Ronald who was out yesterday. All right, let's kick things off then. And let's start at the bottom. Sorry, Lukic, Salai, I think that's how you pronounce the name, are going to be in the B tier. Just so many better cards right now. Upgrade potential. It's not really expected for both these nations to do well, but honestly, if they do, then maybe you could progress them up, but for now, B tier. Another one in the B tier is going to be Endoy. 4-star, 4-star at this stage of the game. It's not necessarily the end of the world, but only on certain high tier players. On Endoy, it's not it, man. Now, Kochu, I'm actually going to put him in the A tier. That's not necessarily because I think Turkey are going to do well in the Euros. Notoriously, in recent times, they've not done great at all. But anything's possible. They've got solid team. The playstyle pluses and the actual feel of the card in game, I don't mind it. I think he's definitely usable at this stage. Lacking a bit in the pace department, but nice playstyle pluses. Makes me think just about in the A tier. Vlahovic up next. The big man. The big Serbian boy. I'm going to put him in A+. Not like ridiculously good in game, but for the price tag, you get a really nice card. Playstyle pluses are meta. He's got ridiculously good shooting stats. The pace is there. And with this like big or bigger build meta right now, we like the Solofs or the heavy hitters, Hosselu, Vlahovic fits into that mold perfectly. And if, very big if here, his nation decides to clutch up a bit in the Euros and this guy secures some upgrades, goes to a 95 rated, we could have a baller on our hands. Zaluski up next. I'm going to put him into the B tier. Just not a really like mind-blowing card. There's so many players on the game that are better. Upgrade potential is not really there. Playstyle pluses are decent. And to be fair, if you've got a really low budget, by all means, pick him up, give him a go. But for me, he's in the B tier. The big man, Patrick Schick, is here. And I'm going to put him in the A tier. Just a little bit lower behind Vlahovic. Once again, he's got that aerial prowess. He's a tall, powerful figure. Very, very similar to Soloff in all fairness. And you know what? This man is Mr. Euros. He clutches up. Who remembers the goal he scored? I think it was in the last Euro tournament for like his own half or almost in his own half. He's a lethal finisher on his day. And yeah, a decent card. Alvarez. Yes. First Copa America card. I'm going to stick him in the A+ tier. Now, that is purely because he's got an alternate position that is centre back. As a CDM, he doesn't look bad. Playstyle pluses, bruiser, long ball, aerial. Much better suited for that centre back position, trust me. The speed, the dribbling, defending, and physicals. I don't know really about the upgrade potential there. Let me know down below. I'm not too clued up on the Copa America side of things. So get down in the comment section. Let me know for all of these cards how likely they are to get upgraded. But the playstyle pluses are good. And as a centre back, trust me, that's where you should be playing them. The big man Antonio in the A tier. He's alright. He's alright. That's it. In the A tier. More discard value cards. Lassiter in the B tier. Similar story to Zaluski. Very similar on paper. If anything, the Polish man's a bit better, but just so many better options. Alright then, Skriniar up next is going to settle nicely in that A+ tier. Very similar to Alvarez in all fairness. Of course, talking about centre back here. Playstyle pluses are good. Bruiser, Jockey plus. I like that combo. Pretty certain Joe Gomez has that combo. So it's a good one to have. Upgrade potential. Not crazy high, but as it stands right now, for the price, solid centre-back option. Alright, then the first big money player, Leo Trossard, is going to sit nicely into that S tier. Leo Trossard, all right, I'm an Arsenal fan. Bias might be there a little bit. I've done Evos for this man a long time ago. Very, very early into the game cycle. And he was good. Really good. Finishing was fantastic. Speed was there. Dribbling. He has crazy high agility and balance. Playstyle pluses on this card. Complement the card massively as that centre forward. Even a cam potentially. Or like a more of a left midfielder. Cutting in on his right foot. Belgium should do okay. They should secure at least a couple of upgrades for the man. If that's the case, yeah, he's going to go to a 94, get 4 playstyle pluses, and just be a demon. Miggy. All right, I tried out Miggy Almiron on the RTG, and I thought he was going to be all right, you know. Playstyle pluses, quick step, finesse. It's got potential. However, fraud. You know what? He's not horrifically bad, but just not really going to blow you away. Boya up next. I'm going to put you into the B tier, towards the top of it. Playstyle pluses aren't bad. Not the craziest dribbling stats. He's only 4-star, 4-star. Upgrade potential. It's there, but yeah. So, same with majority of the B tier and most of the A's, to be fair. There's just countless better cards in this tier list, so I've got to be critical. Fulkrug up next. The big man. You know what? I'm gonna put him towards the top of A tier here. Now, upgrade potential, if you take into account Germany being the hosts, got a pretty favourable group, should be there. He's got aerial finesse, first touch playstyle plus. This card right here isn't bad, but you purely in the A tier for the upgrade potential and the playstyle pluses. I think if Germany secure at least 3 wins here, he's going to look really solid and be a nice cheap budget option. Makis into the A tier we go, lads. SBC, decent place to put your untradeable duplicates, but upgrade potential, it's not looking good. Pace, dribbling, crazy. He's going to feel really cracked in game as this card. Playstyle pluses aren't bad for a left midfielder, but for me, yeah, not really anything the same. DeMarcus Beasley up next, 94 rated. Really nice playstyle pluses for a left back in my opinion, but defending and physicals are just crazy low. So for that reason, he's in the A tier. Upgrade potential's there. If for some reason it's giving him a Chile flag, I don't know if you could just about see that, but realistically, where can you play this man? The only real option is a left back or maybe a left wing back, depending on formation. If you're in a free back, maybe as that left mid. But for me, I'd want to play him as a left back. The lack of defending physicals are a bit of an issue. Dennis Undav up next. Another German striker. Straight into the top of A+. Very similar to Vlahovic in a way. We got aerial finesse, but he's also got technical plus, which is huge for this card. Shooting, lethal, speed, not really there, but it's definitely aided by the dribbling stats and the technical plus playstyle. And upgrade potential, same with like all the other German players we're going to see here, is pretty damn high. Nedved up next. An icon card that is just never really had that serious meta feel in game. For that reason, A+. Really cheap and affordable. Upgrade potential, it's not looking fantastic. Playstyle pluses could be much better. And I tell you what, Crespo's card came out a few days ago. I've reviewed it on the channel. Raved about him. He's in this tier list, of course. They need to do this with like Nedved. They need to do this with all the icon cards that haven't really had that crazy meta card yet. Just drop a juiced, fun, reasonably priced SBC sometime in the future. Just why not? Gvardiol then. A centre-back who's actually really reasonably priced. I think he's in like the group of death, right? He's in the group of death for the Euros. So upgrade potential is going to be difficult. But as it stands right now, he's an S tier card. Has to be. I really like Gvardiol for the whole game cycle. That first Centurions Evo, crazy nice with the block playstyle pluses. Once again, playstyle pluses are good for a centre-back. And at this stage of the game, like, yeah, if you've got him, definitely try him out. Michael Ballack, back-to-back S tier cards. Alright, so it's a bit of a running theme on this channel that I'm a little bit lucky on my main account. My pack luck is quite honestly disgusting. Like the amount of crazy cards I've had. I packed him as well. Just out of like an 81 plus times 2. Just why not, right? I wasn't too hyped, but I tried him out and really got on with the card. German, great upgrade potential. He's got technical plus, incisive and first touch, which is a combo that I like for a box-to-box centre mid. He's definitely a little bit on the bigger side, but honestly moves okay in game. Dribbling's not really anything insane, but the speed, the power, the passing and the shooting you get from this card, I'm a big fan. Ooh, the Mexican man Hernandez. I'm going to put him top of A+. I've got a soft spot for this man. Just because of back in the day, he was like one of the somewhat affordable Legends icons. So a lot of people who didn't have a lot of coins could try him out. And trust me, he's decent, but nothing crazy. The aerial's nice to have on the smaller player. The other playstyle pluses aren't brilliant, not really meta. But in game, if you just want a speedster who knows where the back of the net is, he's a decent shout. I tell you what, I can make some comparisons here. Alvarez, Hernandez, similar kind of builds and play styles, but Alvarez is just that league above, man. S tier all day. Argentina, probably the favourites for the Copa America. Fantastic playstyle plus combo here. Should secure the 4th playstyle plus if all goes to plan for Argentina. And right now, absolute demon. I raved about his team of the season card for so long. I used him in that centre forward role, utilising the playmaker aspect. I even played him as a box-to-box centre mid at times, and he was fantastic for me. Now this version, I love to pack him untradeable. The way my pack luck's going, EA, hook me up. Shuka then up next. I'm going to put you in the A tier. Just once again, similar story to Nedved. He needs that seriously meta icon. On paper looks okay, but the playstyle pluses are just... It's almost like they just chucked him in for the sake of it at this point. He's definitely usable, but once again, tons of better options. Joe Gomez up next then. Let's go on a little adventure. Why not? Let's go all the way up to the S plus tier. It happened. I just done it. It's too late. I can't move him now. Right now on this game, I think Joe Gomez is an S plus card. And the crazy thing is, upgrade potential's there. I'm obviously backing the boys. I need England to do well. The last friendly, yeah, a little bit squeaky bum time, but come on now. We should get through the group. He should secure the 4 playstyle pluses and at least, hopefully, a couple of upgrades. He's just so solid. You do lose the lack of the aerial threat playstyle plus though, but trust me, the bruiser jockey combo with block is just a crazy, crazy combination of pure power and dominance in that centre back position. I've reviewed him on the channel, if you'll check it out. He's featured in every video since I reviewed him as well, so you've probably seen me use him and rave about him. But for me, S+. Hincapie up next then. So I think upgrade potential is a little bit tough for this man, but I've packed him on the RTG and I'm putting him in the S tier. It's happened. As a centre back, he's got everything you need, right? Fantastic playstyle pluses. I like slide tackle plus as well, a little bit underrated. The speed, defending and physical, and you can play as a left back. So nice versatilities there. It's just I think the upgrades are going to be tough for him. That's maybe why the price isn't like an insane amount. He's reasonably priced at like 180k as of me recording. But yeah, he's in the S tier. Coman up next. Now this is what I was on about with the Nedved and Suka thing. They've given Coman a really solid card here. I'm going to sneak him in towards the bottom of S tier. I think he's definitely more suited as a CDM, just holding it down in the middle, utilising the passing, decent link-up plays there. But the speed, like the shooting, he's almost like giving me shades of Balak. But anticipate aerial first touch, nice playstyle pluses for the man. He's solid and not even that expensive. I think they dropped him like extinct for a little while. They might have adjusted his price range. I'm pretty certain they have. But he's not crazy expensive and definitely decent upgrade potential repping the Netherlands. Big Romelu Lukaku into the S tier we go, lad. Rom is dangerous, right? Finesse, press proven on a Lukaku card. That's a recipe for chaos. My man's got speed, shooting, dribbling. Why not make it insane? And the physicals, brilliant. Belgium, great links, great upgrade potential, and a really, really solid card right now that fits that powerful striker meta. Diego Forlan, nice on paper, but in game, just something about him that just makes me feel like he's a fraud. Like every time I've used a version of Forlan, he's just fluffing shots left, right, and centre. Could just be my personal experience. This one looks decent on paper. Not a bad striking card. Let me know if you've used them actually. Striking card. That's a weird way of saying that. Not a bad striker. If you've used them, let me know your opinion down below. But for me, no higher than A+. Alright then. Let's move up to some seriously stonky centre-backs with power. Mr. Vidic. I'm so close to putting him... You know what? Nah, S tier. Top of S tier for me. He's not quite on the level of Joe Gomez. It sounds, some people might disagree there, but in my opinion, that's the case. You're losing a little bit in the pace department, but he is still a fantastic centre-back nevertheless. Just the ultimate defensive centre-back. He's always going to be where you need him to be, and he's going to be crazy physical in the challenge. Upgrade potential, once again, not insane, but as it stands right now as the 96 rated card, he's fantastic. Schmeichel, I'll tell you what, let's get the keepers out of the way, because we've got two down here, right? Schmeichel and also Oblak. Normally with keepers, I don't really tend to think too much about it. It's all personal preference or subjective, so I'm going to put both of these in the A+ tier. Why not? I think they're decent, and honestly, considering some of the keepers in the game, these two are probably two of the best. Oblak, I believe, if I think his country go and win the actual tournament, it will be an 100 rated card. according to the upgrades. Or at least that's what I saw on Twitter. Could be waffling, but I took it as face value. But yeah, nice option. Really solid links, good height on him. And Schmeichel's always been a fan favourite. So yeah, I'll put him in the A+. Haji, you, my son, are nestling nicely into that S tier. I told you, am I blocking off cards yet? I am. Oh no, my bad. I've broken the number 1 rule. Let me move myself down here. I always forget to do this, to be fair. In my defense, it's been a while since I've done a tier list, so allow me on this one, please. But Haji in the S tier for sure. Big fan of his, was it a future star? It was a future star or it was a Ultimate Birthday Icon. I can't remember exactly, but I thought it was crazy cracked in game. The dribbling, fantastic. He's got that really small, meta quick body type in game. The way he flows effortlessly, dead ball, crazy free kicks, incisive and finesse. It's a combination to cause playmaking madness in your team. Upgrade potential is a little bit bleak, but as it stands right now, a fantastic option. All right then, so I'm seeing some heavy hitters. In case you could tell, we've kind of done them roughly on overall rating. So we started with the lowers, making our way down to the crazy high rated cards. So this is where it's going to get a little bit juicy. And one thing I will say as well, with the SBCs, I'll give my opinion at the end. I'll touch on like my must-dos at this stage. So stay tuned for that. But Rivaldo, there's only one place for you. They've done exactly what I wanted them to do and made him how good he was. Because this man, like, I grew up watching Ronaldinho, R9, Rivaldo from like a very young age. I saw those players. And this man was up there with them. Like, he was up there in that seriously crazy powerful Brazil team back in the day. And they've juiced this card. Absolutely juiced it. Finesse, technical, dead ball. It's a combo that he deserved, and it's a crazy card in game. He's ahead of Joe Gomez. Obviously, if you pack him, let me know what you think, but I'd love this card. King Kenny also rightfully belongs in the S+ tier. Upgrade potential, you never know with Scotland. I kind of secretly back him, you know. I've got a feeling they might do alright. Fantastic playstyle pluses. Crazy meta in game. 5-star weak foot. He's going to score from anywhere on the pitch. He's a demon. Absolute demon. If Scotland secure like at least one upgrade for this man, it'll be fantastic. Hernan Crespo, my son. I'm going to put him in the S+ tier. I think there's a lot of issues with this card. For example, the time to craft the SBC is obviously really short. It's like 5 days left, 6 days left. And the value, the price tag is definitely premium. However, in game, this man is crazy. If you're a fan of Argentina, you're a fan of Crespo, and you can get this SBC done, I urge you to do it. It's not a must-do. At least try the loan out before you dive into it. See if he works for you. But if you got on with like Drogba, this man is like a little bit smaller, but much quicker, much powerful and better on the ball than Didier. He is better than Didier in my opinion. Just an absolute demon, but unfortunately can't pass. So use him as a getting behind striker, scoring goals, technical playstyle plus, aerial, and also I believe it's a power shot, right? Fantastic. Pedri, the playmaker, into the S tier you go. Now I've never really got on with Pedri this year. There's always been something about him that just hasn't really clicked with me. But this card, I like him. I like the tiki-taka, I like the technical plus incisive pass. The dribbling's crazy, the passing's brilliant. You kind of want to play him as a box-to-box centre mid. Like, that might be it, to be fair. He doesn't really have crazy box-to-box prowess. You almost want to play him as a cam, but also it's a weird one. Like, is he an out-and-out cam? Is he a box-to-box? Let me know what you think down below. But he's good. And of course, Spain, they're a good country at football. So, you know, they should get some upgrades for sure. So that's the reason he's in the S tier for me. Hold up. I'm seeing some juicy cards up next. Wow. Alfonso, Saliba, Ruben Diaz, Saka. This S and S plus tier might get a little bit saturated very quickly. Davies, we will start with. Canada. Upgrade potential, it's a tough one. It's Alfonso though. He is crazy meta at left back. And in regards to left backs, he's got to be up there, probably in the top 5 right now. Like just behind Teo Hernandez potentially in cards like this. But for me, he has to be S+. The playstyle plus is anticipate, long ball and quick step. That is a combo that just works so nicely for this card. Because defending is his weak point, which is interesting for a left back. But overlapping, he's fantastic. But long ball pass for spreading the play. Quick step with this speed. And anticipate with the, it's not a lack of defending, but kind of is in a way. Boost the defending and physical with a chem style. And he'll be solid for you. Really got on with his previous versions. And for me, he's S+. William Saliba up next. Also going to be in that S+ tier. Fair few of you. Daniel, if you're watching. Legend, by the way. I appreciate you, brother. Not a big fan of this card. But for me, William's the guy. Meta playstyle pluses. Like, can you get much better for a centre-back? France, possibly the favourites for the Euros, at least up there in the top 3. Upgrades will come. And he's just always been overpowered this year. I put in 1,000+ games with like his 83 rated gold. Went up to an 85 with an Evo. I know how good this man can be. And trust me, this version is crazy. Definitely worth the price tag. And he's not actually that expensive. He's a little bit premium for centre back, but I honestly thought he could be more. Ruben Diaz up next is also going to be an S+ tier card. That's 3 in a row for these boys. Just, yeah, he's a demon again. Intercept, block, bruiser. Crazy, crazy nice. The speed. He's got more pace than Saliba. He's just so physical. In the same way that Joe Gomez is, where he goes into a tackle, you know for a fact, you're flooring that player and you're coming away with the ball. It's just that kind of powerful bruiser feel, and I'm a big fan of the card. Saka up next. Wow. Okay, yeah, we got some cards here. Big Game Bakayo has a playstyle plus combo that I just absolutely love. And if you've watched my recent reviews, you'll know the pack looks there. I got lucky and I packed him untradeable. S+. And now the thing is, the versatility with this card, you've got to take upgrade potential versatility in mind. He can play as a right centre forward, a winger. He can also play as a box-to-box centre mid. That's why I've been playing him. Right-sided box-to-box in a 4-3-2-1. Cutting him with the finesse shots, the press proven, the technical. Crazy controlled sprint. Crazy left stick control. And just an absolute demon. And he can go to a 99 once it comes home, so keep that in mind. Eder Militao, wow, are we really hitting S+ this hard? We have to, because this man is undoubtedly an S+ card, and I'm putting him ahead of Gomez, Saliba, Diaz. Eder Militao, just that little step above. The playstyle plus combo is fantastic. The stats, even better. And Eder has that overpowered feel, similar to like your Akanjis, your Ronald Araujo, who we'd look at in this shortly, his SBCs in here. They just feel crazy, crazy quick and really responsive in game, no matter the version you're using. And this version is insane. Brazil, Copa America, surely the Brazil national team, looking at it, I saw like a leaked thing on Twitter of that lineup. They're going to get wins. They're going to progress deep in the tournament. So this card's going to get upgrades. But as it stands right now, S+ easy. All right, DePaul up next. Mental looking card. All right, on paper, he's absolutely sublime. But for me, I'm going to put him in S. I could be massively controversial. He probably is an S+ card for a lot of you. But I mean, he's decent. He's solid in game. I don't think he played up to the stats though when I tried him. I thought maybe he was going to be a little bit better. On the ball, not crazy quick and cracked. But there's definitely upgrade potential there. The playstyle pluses are fantastic, obviously. So he's going to be a very solid card. But for me, he's at the top of that S tier. All right, then up next is Mr. Barcola. I'm putting him in the S tier, towards the top. For the price tag, this has to be one of the best value cards. Best value SBCs we've had all year. The playstyle pluses are brilliant, and Barcola has been overpowered with these Evos the whole game cycle, basically. That finisher Evo, that he was like 87 rated, I believe, with the Trivela plus playstyle. Mental. And they've dropped to 94 rated. Linked to France, gonna get upgrades. SBC for 170k. You know what? Screw it. S+. S+, why not? He's in there. I don't care. The value is too good. Luis Diaz up next then. Finesse, press proven, and also a rapid playstyle plus. I'm putting him at the tippity top of S. Just ahead of DePaul. Price tag, a little bit steep. Colombia, a lot of people were a bit skeptic about how good they're going to be. They just battered, I believe, the USA in a friendly. Yes, it's a friendly, I know. But there's potential for upgrades there. As it stands right now, fantastic SBC. The only issue, in my opinion, is how many other insane SBCs are currently available, which kind of puts him down the pecking order. But still, S tier card all day. Crazy speed, crazy dribbling, and finesse press proven. Love it. Sabitzer up next then. 9 goal and gang, by the way. 9 goal and gang. Price, not crazy. Playstyle plus is brilliant, but in my opinion, I just didn't really go on with it, man. Didn't really click with the card. I think he's decent in game. Similar, you know what? It might just be my opinion, and it's going to be rogue, because I wasn't the biggest fan of the Moments Goretzka card. Packed him on the RTG, just felt too big and bulky, not quick enough to kind of progress the ball fast in that box-to-box centre mid role. Sabitzer is similar. I love the playstyle plus. Is definitely built for the box-to-box. If he gets upgrades, could progress up the list, but for me, top of A+. Emmanuel Petit is also going to be in that A+ tier. A little bit underwhelmed with the card. Like, for a 95 rated, he doesn't feel like a 95 rated card. Upgrade potential's there for sure, but just needs that super juiced premium meta SBC to drop, like Crespo has. and then we're cooking. But right now, A+. Frankie de Jong's up next. By the way, this tier list is a little bit bigger than I thought. I didn't realize how many cards they've dropped. This man in game, oh, I wish he was an SBC. I really do. He's S+ for sure. Playstyle Plus is a fantastic for a Frankie de Jong card. It almost fits his playstyle perfectly. And he's just very, very nice in game. Crazy good dribbling, crazy on the ball. Passing's brilliant. Shooting's a little bit low, but it's not the end of the world. He still scores goals. I'm a big, big fan of him. Upgrade potential's there, being Netherlands, of course. I just wish he was an SBC and more easy to obtain. Kyle Walker has to be in that S+ tier. He has to. He's a 95 rated Kyle Walker card who could play as a centre-back and link to England. I actually got him as the loan on the RTG. Played him as centre-back and a right-back. I think he's so good at overlapping, but so solid defensively as well. Like, you've got the best of both worlds. He can bomb down the wing. He's not crazy technical, but he can definitely move. But then trap back and just bully players defensively. For me, S+, purely because of the upgrade potential as well. Hopefully that won't come back and bite me when England end up flopping out the groups. I'm going to go for Kvaratskhelia next. Kvara. Technical plus, ping pass, and incisive pass. Really nice playstyles. And I think he's definitely an S tier card. Once again, upgrades are going to be very difficult for Georgia. They might squeeze in a 1 win, maybe. He'll go up to 96. But if he gets 4 playstyle pluses, they give him like a finesse. Oh, mate, it'll be so good. Shooting's nothing crazy. And the dribbling stats, he doesn't really live up to it in game. He definitely feels nice. Similar to Diaz in a way. I think body type and just general dribbling feel. But yeah, he's a nice option. Bruno Guimaraes as well. Bruno in that S tier for me. Similar to DePaul, actually. I actually maybe just about prefer Bruno, which might be controversial, but let me know what you think down below. He's decent. Brazil, obviously, decent. So going to get upgrades. As a box-to-box centre mid, he ticks a lot of boxes. But for me, there's still better cards out there, like Frankie de Jong. Talking about better cards, Rodrigo Bentancur. Now, he's a Spurs player, so I've got to be careful how much I praise this man. Upgrades for Uruguay. They're definitely a decent tournament team, right? I'm putting him S. I'm putting him ahead of Bruno and DePaul. This could just be purely rogue, and a lot of you might just disagree with me massively, but I really like Bentancur in game. He is Nainggolan gang. I mean, so is Sabitzer, right? But this man feels like he's Nainggolan gang in game. He feels quick. He feels great on the ball. He feels technical in the passing. Playstyle pluses are a bit of everything. You've got Tiki-Taka for the passing progression. You've got Anticipate to be defensive, and Bruiser just to dominate scanning that midfield. And hopefully he secures an upgrade or two, because there's also another certain Uruguay player that I've got that I could do with a cheeky +1 or 2 on. So, yeah, back in Uruguay and S tier for me. Let's go for Dani Olmo up next then. In the A+ tier, you go, Dani. I think he's decent. Looks fantastic on paper. And honestly isn't bad in game. I don't think he lives up to the stats, though. I feel like he could be better. You know what I mean? It's Dani Olmo. There's never really much hype around him. But he's definitely usable in that cam role. Maybe as a box-to-box centre mid, he could do a job there as well. Or even as a right-sided centre forward, potentially just a little bit behind your strikers. There's potential for this man. Adams up next. I'm also going to be putting into that top of the A+ tier. I don't think he's quite an S tier card, but on paper, he's really solid. Once again, it's giving him the Chile nation. I don't know if that's for GG messing around there, but it could just be the bottom of the card actually blending in and it actually being the USA flag. But it looks like Chile to me. Playstyle pluses are decent. Intercept ping pass I'm a fan of. He's got pure speed. But once again, doesn't feel crazy overpowered in game. He definitely will do once he gets a few upgrades though, if USA can do the job. Alright, so 4 to go. I'm going to do Capdevila next. And Capdevila just hasn't hit the heights of what he reached last year. That World Cup card last year, so good. This one is in the right direction, but not quite there yet. I feel like there's a lot of shades of Kyle Walker in the way that he's powerful, overlapping with speed, solid defensively, good upgrade potential, nice playstyle pluses, but for me, there's something lacking again. He doesn't feel crazy meta in game. Feels a little bit sluggish on the ball, a little bit too stocky for me, but he's still decent. So he's in the S tier, but not quite in that S+ in my opinion. I'm going to do Di Natale first, all right? So finesse, ping pass, and chip shot. He's in S+, undoubtedly, right? This man almost is like built for that kind of centre forward second striker role. A little bit deeper, a little bit outside the box with the finesse. Also with the ping pass, the drive it into the middle to an out and out serious, big, powerful finisher in there. You've got speed, you've got crazy shooting, you can play him as an out and out striker. And Italy, as much as I despise him after the last tournament, They're going to do bits this tournament. I'm sure of it. They always do. Interested to see, actually. I don't know much about their current team. I know a lot of the players are getting older now. I don't know who's going to be in it. But Di Natale, yeah, he's still fantastic and rightfully in that S+ tier. Federico Chiesa then is, if like, the way I see this card, he's got a similar body type in game to like a Julian Alvarez, right? Maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit like more power in there. He's got the dribbling and speed of a Kvaratskhelia, a Diaz. Like, he's crazy quick and direct, but the shooting, the passing, playstyle pluses are just built for this man perfectly. So he's going S+ for me. S+ all day. Italy, same with Di Natale. Upgrade potential's there. And he's just crazy overpowered. Massive fan of him. I do think he's a little bit premium price tag wise. Maybe shouldn't be that 1.4 mil price tag. Maybe a little bit closer to the 1 mil bracket, but still a phenomenal card. All right, so here we go. Ronald in the building. Big man Ronald. Where am I going to place you? So, SBC price, really decent. 550k, I think it's fantastic. Is he as good as a Diaz, a Saliba, a Joe Gomez? Or is he on the same level as a Hincapié, a Gavadio? For me, Ronald, get in the S+, lads. It was always going to happen. You know me, I love Ronald in game. I refer to Akanji a lot in my comparison. Just the way, I don't think it's actually a unique body type. I think it's tall and normal maybe, but he feels so fast and just a dominant force of nature at the back. Like if you watch my review yesterday, there's a clip where he's kind of like decking Fekir, just constantly on him, pushing him about, and then bodying the likes of Romelu Lukaku. Like, he's just so good. So good. Upgrade potential as well is there. But is he as good as Joe Gomez? No, I'm keeping Joe Gomez up there. Joe Gomez is number one for me. I did see a comment on my actual post, I put community post out here, saying, can I rank the SBCs? I think current SBCs, obviously Enzo's due to come, so I can't include him in this. But as it stands, we got Gomez, we got Ronald, we got Crespo, we got Barcola, we got Diaz. I think we got a few more just by scanning through. Potentially some lower rated cards here, but they're the ones I'm really going to talk about. So in my opinion, I think it's all team dependent, of course. Like, if you need a striker, I wouldn't say go do a Gomez. If you need a centre-back, I wouldn't say go do like a Barcola. But for me, value, upgrades, and how they feel in game right now, Barcola has to be the number one SBC. He has to be. Price-wise, and as it stands, he's crazy. The upgrade potential, mental. And he's the cheapest out of all of them. So he's number one. Joe Gomez, easily number two for me. I think he's a fantastic centre-back. Once again, upgrade potential's there. Now, between Diaz, Ronald, and Crespo, I think Crespo deserves an honourable mention. But once again, price tag's a little bit steep for a lot of people. So I'll put Ronald third. I'll rank him like this for now. If you've not done any cards yet, prioritise Barcola, get him in. And then, obviously, Gomez, Ronald are great options as well. Let me know what you think, though. That is my tier list for Path to Glory. Greats of the games. Obviously, this very S+, S tier dominated. It just is what it is at this stage of the game. These cards are like end game almost, with crazy upgrade potential. So a lot of them are going to be super high rated in my opinion. But I think it's pretty spread out. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Subscribe if you're new. I've been Morsey. I'll catch you guys later.